On a Saturday note, when actor Fred Ward has passed away at the age of 79 on May 8th. Fred Ward was often known for playing a lot of rough and tumble characters. Sometimes good, sometimes funny, and sometimes villainous. But anybody who's worked with him would pretty much say he was a very humble guy. Like his co-star Kevin Bacon from the film Tremors, and his co-star Reese Witherspoon from the film Sweet Home Alabama. Now, I'm sure the role in Tremors, Earl Bassett, was probably one of his best known characters. But the role I'd like to remember him from was from the film Remo Williams, The Adventure Begins. It's based on a series of novels called The Destroyer. Now, I think if you look at the title, it was written for sequels in mind. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. It wasn't quite the hit. It was a modest hit, but it wasn't the big hit they were hoping it would be. So you're left with this one film and a lot of what-if guesses. There was a short-lived TV show, and then there was another sequel that I don't know if I'll ever see, but let's get to the story. Fred Ward plays a cop who is recruited to be an assassin for a government agency called Cure. They change his identity, do some reconstructive surgery on his face, and give him a new name. Remo Williams. And what is Cure? They get to the bad people that the law can't touch, who are pretty much untouchable by everybody else. But before he can go through all that, he has to survive training to be the perfect assassin by Chun, a Korean master played by Joel Grey. But one day on a short assignment, he is discovered by George S. Grove, played by Charles Chiaffi, an unscrupulous weapons dealer. And that's about all I'm going to tell you. What makes Remo Williams good, because he's no Luke Skywalker or Daniel LaRusso. He's a man in his 40s, and you get the impression he's seen a lot of rough things in his life. And that's what makes him perfect for this role. I mean, the way he tries to adapt to this new life and dealing with Chun, played by Joel Grey. I mean, to this, I'm still questioning why didn't they get an actual Korean actor. I mean, when I saw the movie on HBO, I thought Joel Grey was actually Korean. Comes to find out, no, he's not. He's actually very much American, and he's the father of actress Jennifer Grey from Dirty Dancing. I'm surprised that didn't cause controversy. No, it didn't, because mostly today it would cause controversy. Remember Scarlett Johansson's role in Ghost in the Shell? That caused some little controversy, but their chemistry is good. It's like a funny sitcomish odd couple-like chemistry. The villains are pretty good. Charles Chiaffi is George S. Grove, who doesn't do much. He just comes in, talks menacing and all that stuff. The little he does do is pretty good. He has a perfectly good menacing voice. Patrick Kilpatrick is one of his henchmen, was a gold tooth. He has that villainous like smile, and he like a James Bond villain. Kate Mulgrew is good. She doesn't really, but not really the damsel in distress. She really shows she's a tough but very vulnerable. Wilford Brimley and J.A. Preston are good, are the ones who recruit Remo. There was a short-lived TV show starring Jeffrey Meeks and Roddy McDowell, but that went nowhere. And I give it a 9 out of 10. It's a good film if you if you want to sit down and forget about your problems. And R.I.P. to actor Fred Ward.